Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, bringing you a Redux of the Nerf Elite 2.0 Eaglepoint. Come here, get on camera. There we go. My Eaglepoint. So, I got a new one, because remember last time it was a lemon. And because of that, I had a very negative review. So this one is straight out of the box. I've had it for like a few weeks. I got it on sale at Target for, I think it was $12. Like everything was 50% off, but they had a sale going on where you could buy one, get one 50% off. So I got it, another one at the Dino Raptor Blasters for essentially 1/4 of the price. So in total, I paid $20 for the two blasters. So, yay me! Also, I misplaced my marker again. Gotta find it. But anyway, so Eaglepoint, we all know what it is. It's the Elite 2.0. It comes with 16 darts, a dart holder, and now I finally have the scope, so I can finally paint a blaster. But now I don't want to paint the scope. I like how it looks. But this has been one of my white whales lately. But another thing I got during thrifting at the outlet, I finally found the flashlight. Works too. And now I could do a scavenger Redux as well, but probably won't. I might just compare Nerf flashlights. So, anyway, let's go on to and it comes with the barrel attachment as well. So, let's get on to the review. So, FPS was actually 72.5. It was pretty decent, but there was just one outlier. So I'm pretty sure it would have still been 72 range, but yeah, that was pretty good. I was surprised because the lemon, I'm pretty sure, performed far more poorly. Accessories, well, we got a scope and we got the barrel attachment, and that's really it. But I love this barrel attachment, and I think the scope is cool. It's going to be good for a cosplay blaster I've been working on for years. Just always needed the scope for it. So accessories, I think it's good. Sling attachment point. Okay, let's look at this thing. So it does one of the card. It has really no sling attachment point except maybe this thing right here, and I don't like that. It is not the strongest thing if I could push it down like that, but it should do the job. But it does a cardinal sin. I hate it when the sling attachment point is also on the attachment, and this attachment isn't the strongest. So I'm fairly certain that you're probably gonna pull your attachment off, yeah, because it's not a strong grip on it. So yeah, I'm going to say that's bad for a sling attachment point. Comfort. Now, this is where it gets kind of odd. Because the shoulder stock, because it's fixed in, I don't think it's the most comfortable thing. It's not bad. It's the most decent. I should also add that the freaking, I don't know if it's the attachment or the rail, but this thing keeps sliding off whenever I try to put it on. I think it's just a little too short for me when I put it on. But how are you supposed to hold this thing? You're supposed to put your hand right here, because that's supposed to be a grip, but my fingers brush up against the barrel. Yeah, use my other hand. Show y'all. Sorry. Then I thought, oh, I'll just put my hand right here, and it's like, well, I'm touching the rail, and the rail doesn't feel comfortable. That's why I have this right here to compensate for that. But for some reason, this rail feels a little bit more comfortable. But then I just developed a weird, way of firing where I just hold the blaster with my left hand and prime it with my right hand. Oh, this thing has slam fire. It just doesn't want to work sometimes. So yeah, I would do that, and I think it's a little less awkward for some reason. And Man, I love the way this thing looks with the flashlight on. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. My goodness. And so, I was like, okay. I gotta say bad. It's very awkward. It's like, it's not the worst thing. But it's not good enough for me to say okay. Because it's like, if I have to freaking do the silly walkers thing while using this blaster, it's like, no. I just assume it's made for a smaller person. And all that. This thing looks cool. I love how this thing looks. Profile. I don't think anyone's going to think it's a tactical weapon, an actual real world weapon if you paint it all black. It's just too sci-fi looking. So profile is good. Tactical points. Now with Elite 2.0 being the thing it is, it's supposed to be good with the tactical points. So you got the standard rail attachment on top. We got a bottom one, which is like what we're going to do with it. And we got the one on the barrel. The one on the barrel being the best one because you could put a grip on it. You could put the flashlight on it. And all that. And it just meshes so well with everything. But the bottom grip, you can still put the flashlight on. I still think it looks cool too. And all that. And it does not interfere. I'm going to turn it on. See if you guys can see it. Me putting my hand right here on the part that you're supposed to grip onto does not interfere with the flashlight. Putting it up front, it doesn't interfere with the light either. That is really good. That it's at the perfect angle for you to use it. Again, looks freaking sweet. And with that, I say it's really good with its tactical points. If you could do that with it. Rockets. Can it hold the rocket launcher? No, it can't. Mega, yes it can. We know it could do that. But it's I believe this one was actually this one might have been the weird one when it came to the Mega. Some of them don't hold on to it as well, and I was like, okay, now the grip is pretty strong on there. It's a little, actually it's a little awkward. Let me try the left-handed method. Yeah, no, it's a little awkward with that. And it's not the worst thing ever. You know? I'm going to say it's okay. Actually, not good. Okay. Internals, this thing's bad. We've seen the inside of this thing. What it is, it's like a cage that holds all the mechanism together. And all that. And it's just all plastic. So it's very cheap. So with that, it's bad and you can't mod it either. Practicality, that's where it gets weird. Because that's always the important thing. Is it practical to use a Nerf for? That depends. I'm going to have to do a comparison video on blasters. With the Eaglepoint and the, I think it was called the Triad. Those bolt action blasters. Because you got the Alpha Hawk as well. You got the Spectre. You got all these other blasters that are essentially the same thing. They just have a different type of primer. But it's the same function. Where it's a bolt action effectively. And it's a revolver. This one being the better one of them. Because it has 8 rounds. Versus the other ones having only 5 or 6. So. But there's also the pump action ones. Like the Contender. Which I have right here. It's like. That one has 6 rounds. And all that. Does not have slam fire. But has a way smoother prime. But is this the same mechanism as that? I don't know. I assume not, because this is pretty much just one of those, what are they called? Fangs, but with a bigger shell, essentially. Man, I love the Contender. But so And even the attachments I feel are more practical for this thing for cosplay and all that too. But with the Triad, it's like that's mag fed, more ammo, more shots. So it's like if shots are the factor, the Triad is, or Trilogy or whatever it's called, is way better because you could put a 50 round drum mag in it, or at least a 20. The what is it? The 30 round drum or 35 round? No, it's 35, 30, and then yes, like I think it's 25 round. You could put a drum in it. You could put an 18 round mag in it. You can't do that with this, but you do have the added bonus of being able to pick up a dart, put it right there, and just being able to grab your darts and reload it, not have to carry around mags. So there's that, but this one, it's like rough out with this blaster too much. It could be a problem. So is it practical? Not really. And again, you have other like kind of pump action blasters and everything out there, like pro blasters, and it's like I honestly don't know. Like, I don't think there really is a space for these type of bolt action revolver blasters anymore, because there's just so many better options now for like a rifle kind of blaster, something that fires at like normal range and everything, but is just very much like, okay, well, it can't jam. There's that. So yeah, I honestly do not know if it's practical anymore, because it's more of a thing like, is this type of blaster even practical at all in a Nerf war now? Like, I know, like, if it's a competitive Nerf war, everybody's gonna come in with like their, what are they called? The dart zone blasters. But like in a for fun thing, like a birthday party, but it's like you're trying to be competitive. Would you want to pick this blaster? And it's like, versus some other blaster like like the Contender. And I think with that, I think I would rather pick up the Contender. So, with all that saying, I don't think it's practical. Price, I thought the price was pretty good for it. It's odd that it's one of the more cheaper Elite 2.0 blasters. No, is it $20 or $24? I think it's $20. It's $21. It has a weird price. I think that's too much, but any sale where it just drops, it just becomes like around $15. It becomes worth it. Because you can never find this blaster. Because I love this barrel. I say, like, yeah, you find it in store for $15. I think it's actually worth it. And I like the scope. But I still never bought it for $15. I bought it for $12. So, that being said, I was saying, you know what? I'm going to say it's good. It's okay. On sale. So let's count up the thing. It's 5, 6. So it leans more bad. It's a bad blaster. And though it's a cool looking blaster, and I think it could work for a good cosplay, again, it's Elite 2.0. So I believe it's only attached with clips, not solvent welded this time around. So it's not that big of a deal. It's I want to say it is more of a novelty, because I find value in this blaster with its attachments, as well as like I can make a cosplay blaster out of it. It has that cool look to it. But other than that, I would never run it in a war. And I would never, I would rather, if I found it in a Goodwill outlet, I would leave the blaster behind and take the attachments. Again. And I would, again, rather run a Contender. Like, you gave me the option, Contender or the Eaglepoint, I'm picking Contender. And all that. I might take the scope off. And I know, the Contender's just a piece of... My goodness, look how cool that looks. Look at that. The video is more like go buy the contender over the freaking Eaglepoint if they're the same price. Wow, like, I'm right at the scope. I love the scope too. Like, if anything, get it for the scope. Like, I want another one of these because it looks so good on everything you put it on. Look at that. And it works in the contender. I wish you were a flywheel blaster. But yeah, just get it for the scope. Okay? Other than that, it's just the most mid thing there is. It's the coolest mid thing there is. Well, oh, did I advertise? Buy the book at Author House or barnesandnoble.com. Thank you all very much. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.